Alright, so my bad that I haven't posted in like a whole entire week or whatever, but that's because I was doing other stuff here and there, and just a bunch of junk and whatever it is. I wasn't, doing anything for this and everything like that. So that is why I haven't posted in like a week already. But anywho, as you read the title, today's video we'll be talking about on why Left 4 Dead 2 is one of my favorite games to play. Well, for one, I think everybody can relate to this. In general, I just enjoy the versus mode, which is, of course, most gamers should know. If you've played the game, versus is just like you can play as the special affected zombies and just literally anything else besides the humans that you play as in the main campaign storyline and such and such. And a more better reason why I like the game is also just the campaign in general. I like it. It's fun. I don't see the problem with the campaign. I mean, there's like one campaign I don't like, and that's mainly Swamp Fever. I would rather play Hard Rain, but besides that, the campaigns I in general do like. So I mean, I guess that's a pretty good factor if I'm gonna be totally honest here. And of course, there's like the way the campaign is set up, like for example the bridge. Of course, the clips that you're watching now, I like the bridge. There's other campaign missions I like. Now, besides the missions and how it's set up, because I really like the way that things are done, I really enjoy that the finales in the game are really like I'm not trying to make it sound like a freaking Google Play or iTunes review on a video game, but like the finales are very fun. I don't know. They just are. I would rather just skip straight to the finale than play like throughout the missions. Of course, it's fun, but like the finales are like, yes, sir. And it's even funner if you're playing in versus mode. It just because whenever you're playing as the infected on a finale, you feel like a freaking god because you're most likely probably gonna win because the special affected are, in my opinion, pretty OP. I'm not gonna lie. But anywho, the finales are very fun. My favorite finale out of all of them is probably the bridge, or maybe the plantation finale on Swamp Fever, or not. No, my top three is bridge, possibly the plantation, and then probably the Dark Carnival finale where you're at the concert lighting off fireworks. That one is very fun for both sides. Another fun thing is the survival, as you see from the clip I'm showing you now. The favorite of mine is probably, again, the clip you're seeing now, so probably the bridge finale at the helicopter. I really like this one. I like playing this, especially if you have the mode where you can also play as the infected. That is also incredibly fun and exciting to play as the infected, since it's an ongoing time of playing as the infected versus the campaign where there's a finale. So you have a limit of time before you're no longer the special infected if you're winning, and then you play as the other side of survivors. If you like playing as the infected, then survival is very fun, because then the whole entire time that they're alive, you are the infected. So that's pretty fun for people that are the zombie favoriting kind of people. Some people want games for the replay available kind of thing, you know what I mean? And I can see why. Those games are incredibly fun. I don't really, personally, I also don't like games that are one-time playthroughs like God of War or, like Spider-Man on the PS4. One-time playthrough games, they're just not my kind of thing. I like the games where you can play it again, or like the games with the campaign, but like at least it's free roam, kind of like Skyrim, you know what I mean? I like the replay variable kind of thing. And Left 4 Dead 2, there's not really, I mean, yeah, there's a campaign or anything like that, but like I would say Left 4 Dead 2 does have that replay kind of, like, not free roam, but like it has that replay kind of thing, because yes, the missions are the same thing every time, but if, for example, if you're playing versus or even campaign, no matter what, there's gonna be like different weapons, different like tools around you, You can play a different difficulty, and then you can, like, you know, play differently since the difficulty is much higher. You have a better chance of probably dying, or maybe even possibly turning on realism, and you want to be that tryhard that has the achievement of beating every campaign on expert, which personally I only have one campaign done on expert, so I'm trying to get the other one done also on expert. I even did the bridge on expert and ran across the bridge under 3 minutes for the achievement just to try hard enough. Another thing I like about the game is probably the fact that, like, it's one of those old classic games that are like you just can't delete or get rid of because it's just like that much of like a old classic game you just want to keep, you know what I mean? Like, it's just it's such a legendary game. Like, it's one of those games that are just too good to delete. Like, even if you hate the game so much that makes your blood boil, it's just like you just can't. It's that good. Like, you don't want to delete a timeless history classic of a game, do you? Not really. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you can't get rid of it. And if you do, I'm gonna say out loud, if you do get rid of it, you're a little bit of a psychopath. Not gonna lie. Now, about the versus mode and everything that I've been talking about, I like the variance in Left 4 Dead 2's, because Left 4 Dead 1 you only have like 3 or 4 options of special effects to play as, versus the second one they added like 3 or 4 more in there. It don't seem like a lot, but it is. And like, I just like how there's way more. So if you are playing versus by yourself versus someone else or whatever the case is, you still got boss to play, like, and everything like that. You know, like, there's just, your team is big. It's more bigger and more, you know, OP than the first one with only like 3 or 4 of them on there. The second one has like the charger, the smoker, the spitter, the jockey, the hunter, and the tank, and whatever else I did not name. And I just like, it's just good. And personally, if you want to know, my favorite one is probably the smoker or maybe hunter. The charger is I only like him if there's like an insta kill spot, like the bridge, or like jumping, or like, no, charging someone off a tall building, or whatever the case might be. And then the tank, I like the tank. It's just, he can die easy. Like, there's a lot of ways to kill him. You can Molotov them to make them burn, since special effected they stay burnt alive forever. Oh yeah, I forgot this clip right here. Yeah, I smoked someone. I forgot to just include this in here. But anywho, I like the tank can just burn alive. You can toss a bile jar on him, and then, you know, you can't see, you don't know where things are, and you're being attacked by every zombie and human in the game because of that. And also there's also like I didn't add this in yet, but there's different bullets you can use, like explosive bullets, fire bullets, and whatever else there is that can kill a tank easy. But if you can pull off a good tank and at least down like 2 or 3 people, if they're humans or bots or whatever, you most likely have probably a win in your bag. You know what I mean? Like, it's just depending on how you play as the tank, then it would be good. But if you're not good at it, then you're probably gonna die, and you're probably not gonna be supporting your team as well as most people would probably expect you to be supporting them. You know what I mean? You have to be good. Alright, I think that's really all I had to cover within like the 8 minutes and like 45 seconds that I had to talk and cover information and things about the gameplay and the game itself, and the information about it that I just really enjoy about the whole setup and everything like that, you know what I mean? Because everything else, like the graphic quality, that's not really an issue. It's okay for back in the day of 2009. So yeah, I think that's really all I had to mainly cover on why Left 4 Dead 2 is probably one of my favorite games I've ever played and still play currently. So that's pretty much all I had to really share about the whole game itself and everything else I like about the game, even though sure once in a while it might be broken, but hey, I still like the game. Hopefully this video was okay for you guys to watch. New video probably soon.